This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, tourism officials welcoming direct air service from Milan, Italy today. The flight has returned following a short hiatus, and tourism partners are hoping that it brings many spin-off opportunities for the sector. Amidst dreary skies, there was a bright spot as Ministry of Tourism officials and industry partners welcomed an inaugural flight from Milan, Italy on Thursday afternoon. The red carpet was rolled out for the 70 visitors on board the flight as they were greeted with smiles after a long 8 hours. Director at the Ministry of Tourism, Betty Bethel, says the Alpator flight spells good news for Grand Bahama.
Grand Bahama Island, Ministry of Tourism, the office in Europe, our ministry office in Europe, and our industry partners have been working very hard to get this flight back. You might recall that we had Alpator here some 4 years ago, and now to have them back with us is really a great mix to the markets that are now coming into Grand Bahama for the summer.
The new charter Boeing 767-300ER will provide direct service from Italy to Freeport over the next few months. While here, Bethel says visitors will have lots to do.
Europeans are beach folks. They will definitely spend a lot of time on the beach, but everyone now wants that cultural experience. So they will have an opportunity to sample some of our culture. Goombay Summer will be taking place, and Junkanoo Summer Festival will be taking place while this program is in place. So we expect to get them out to explore as much of Grand Bahama Island as possible.
The visitors will be on island over the next 8 days, and Chairman for the Grand Bahama Island Tourism Board, Russell Miller, says this will result in an economic boost for this island.
We've had experience with this market previously. I think it was 4 or 5 years ago, and we know that it was successful, and now we're introducing it again, and we're hopeful to see the benefits of it. You know, this particular program will support Viva Fortuna primarily, but the spin-off business from people who leave the hotel and go out into the wider community will have a economic boost for everybody. So we're very pleased with that.
Upon exiting the airport, the guests were given fresh coconuts by the Ministry of Tourism, a welcome Bahamian style. Well, Grand Bahama's newest water and adventure park, located on Tino Beach, is being met with positive reviews by those in the tourism industry. Megan Shepard reports.
It is located on 7.43 acres of pristine beachfront land and will feature a wide array of land and sea activities. Bahamas Zip officially opening portions of their water and adventure park, and it was met with rave reviews by the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Obie Wilshcombe. Minister Wilshcombe telling the All Bahamian group of investors that he hopes this is just the beginning.
I am telling you, this is going to be one of the most successful projects in the entire Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And David, it is I believe that not only should this be in the capital, it should be in other islands, because yes, he's correct, others have come and asking for this product. And we have told them that we're working with a Bahamian company. And I would like to see this in all the major tourism destinations in the Bahamas, because we have more than just one. And so this is a great day. Another step has been made for progress. And when we work together collectively, much can be achieved.
The Ministry of Tourism recently announcing increased airlift to the island. Director Betty Bethel commending the group for adding such a unique and thrilling attraction to the island that should be a major benefit to the tourism product.
What it means is that we now have a new opportunity to sell these guests on this destination, not just for a one-off, but for repeat visits, because every time they've come, we've done our best to not just maintain or upgrade or improve, but create brand new product. And that's what this is. This is what the ministry lives for on this island, is to make sure that there's product in place that makes our visitors' experience a wow one, so that they will continue to come back for years and years and years.
Minister Wilshcombe referring to increased interest in the island nation of Cuba, but says he still firmly believes that it's indeed better in the Bahamas.
We have a revolution we can talk about. We have things that we can talk about. We have places that people have not seen in our country. We have spots that are unique. And we have a people that's special. When our people decide to do something, we do it the best. No one can duplicate what we do. And when you talk about culture, think about our culture. There is nothing that stands with Junkanoo nowhere in the world. Nothing.
Pirates Cove currently employs 30 persons and will hire additional employees as it expands. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Megan. Well, it is decision day for members of the Bahamas Union of Teachers, but not all positions are on the ballot. 3 top posts have been removed following a Supreme Court injunction filed by suspended President Belinda Wilson. Italia Hall reports on the voting process.
It's a day many teachers were looking forward to. From the start of the process, teachers began trickling into the BUT Center to cast their vote. Some 650 union members are eligible to vote in Grand Bahama and the Grand Key District. Educators Georgette Thompson and Keisha Forbes say their voices matter for the future of the organization.
Today we come out to make sure that the business of the union is taken care of. You know, teachers work hard, time tirelessly, and so we want to know that our monies are being managed properly and that we have a voice. We have a voice out there, someone who's representing us and the good of the teachers.
The reason why I came out to vote is because all of the issues that is happening right now in our union, I want to make sure that certain parties are not there. And I feel that my vote is important because I know I voted for the right people.
These teachers consider it most important to vote in the electoral process.
It is always important when your voice is to be heard. You should share in that so that everything can be fair and you would have a say in what is going on.
If you don't vote, it means you don't agree with what's going on or you have no say in what's going on.
3 positions, the posts of president, trustee, and treasurer, are not on today's ballot. Voters are giving mixed views on this turn of events.
I was a bit disappointed with that because I want to get it over with and I want to know who's leading the BUT, who's managing our affairs, and who's speaking up for us.
I feel good about those positions not being on our ballots today because we want to make it right.
I wouldn't say that I'm really okay with it, but I understand that they're doing what they need to do for themselves.
While some feel a bit torn about the leadership of the organization, most educators agreed that going forward, they expect a united, fair, and trustworthy executive team. It's Halia Hall, ZNS Network News.
An area vice president of the Bahamas Union of Teachers on Grand Bahama, Quentin LaRota, was re-elected unopposed. He says he hopes members elected a strong and a united executive team.
We've had too many conflicts at the executive level for too many years. It's really time to move away from that. We are a union of educators. We teach cooperation. We teach respect. We teach following guidelines and rules of the organization. And we teach that to our children, and they must follow the rules of schools. So it cannot be that a union of teachers in the execution of the function of leadership appears to be lawless.
Now, the results of Tuesday's gender equality referendum is still a hot topic of debate. Voters delivered a resounding no on the 4 questions on the ballot. Tonight, Cleopatra Murphy has reaction from the island of Abaco.
Question number 1, no. Number 2, no. Number 3, no. Number 4, no.
It took officials about 3 hours to count the results of the gender equality referendum Tuesday night, and on Wednesday they were back at it again for the recount at the government complex in Marsh Harbor, Abaco. 737 voted yes to Bill 1, with 591 noes. 640 voted yes to Bill 3, and 648 voted no. There were 628 yes votes for Bill 3 and 697 noes. Bill 4 got 460 yes votes and 856 noes. Central Abaco Administrator Charles Moss commented on the results.
The results were shocking, actually. We thought that it might have been close. We didn't know it would have been such an overwhelming defeat.
Resident Brooke Pierce-Reckley, who voted at St. Francis de Sales Catholic School, had hoped for a different result, knowing the challenges she continues to face as a child born to a Bahamian mother and American father.
If I wanted to leave this country as a as a foreigner with a Bahamian husband, I technically cannot take my child without the permission of him, per se. So even if something were to go wrong in the way of health, I'm not going to be able to help my child because I don't have equal rights in this country. It's not right for sake of the kids.
Approximately 3,000 registered voters were eligible to vote in the Central and South Abaco constituency, but a little over 1,300 voted. Livingston Miller voted yes to the first three, but no to Bill 4.
Most Bahamians, for some reason, I think they feel in a sense that the government, in some sense, wasn't being truthful to them. And so most people just went to the poll and vote no.
Administrator Moss says the public has spoken through voting, and the question now is, where does the country go next? Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.
Stay with us, there's more news right after this.